It did. All right, take part 2. So we're changing our calendar settings for what we prefer. So if you scroll down, it's almost toward the bottom if you don't scroll at all, at least on a larger screen. Default view, you can click day, week, or month. I do month. It's totally up to you. And then on the top left, you'll see Google Calendar settings, general calendars, labs, fax calendar, and save. So we just want to click save. Okay. So what did everybody choose?
Month.
You picked month. What did you get?
I think I picked week.
Week? How about you?
I'm a week guy.
You're a week guy?
Go back and change
well,
it?
Yeah, you can go back and change it anytime.
Something like that. This is like my week. So that's how I do my week.
Gotcha. Okay, so
Makes sense.
since most people in the room have week, we'll use that view for right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share this calendar with you guys, the therapy rooms. Okay, so starting from the left, what's your email address? Your Gmail?
Audra, AUDRA, dot Metz, METS,
ETS.
at Gmail.
So you're going to be able to make changes to events. So I just added you. And
Audra, just to be so we're on the same track, that's not the email that I put in for your voicemail. I put in the Lynn email for your voicemail. I didn't put the Gmail.
Okay.
Just so, because that was the one that was I saw listed.
do you check them both pretty frequently?
Okay. So I just want to make sure
Yeah.
that you know.
What this brings up a good point for our viewers at home. It's totally okay to use 2 different emails. The Gmail, I actually prefer when people don't use Gmail privately. Like I never use my Gmail account to send emails. I solely use it for a calendar purpose, and for Google Docs. That makes things easier. People who don't use Gmail, Google Calendar for their calendar, private calendar, it makes it even easier because I have to switch between seeing my stuff, seeing Censor's stuff. So the more isolated you get, actually, the easier it makes. But in this case, with the emails, you always want your voicemail forwarded to the email you check most frequently. So if that's not your Gmail, don't forward it to your Gmail. I think as people have 4 and 5 email addresses, we have 1 or 2 that we check the most frequently. So we definitely want our clients going to that one. Okay, what's yours?
Okay, MAR,
M-A-R,
LY,
L-Y,
ST,
S-T,
AA,
A-A,
TS,
T-S,
79,
79.
at Hotmail. Or, at Gmail. Sorry.
Hotmail isn't still around.
I use my Hotmail a lot.
So that would be a great one to forward,
I've
to
had
which
it
you can
for
forward
1,000
your...
years.
Okay, I'm writing that for you, sir.
It's Damien Salvaggio, DAMIEN, SALVAGGIO,
No, you didn't spell it.
S-A-L-V-A-G-I-O.
GG, 2 G's,
Salvaggio
Salvaggio. MSW
at gmail.com.
at gmail.com.
With the 2 G's, that's what we call a double stuck in Italian. So you're a special case because you're a tech guru. So I'm actually going to allow you to make changes and manage sharing. So if at any point somebody came on, you could share this calendar with other people.
Because he's gonna be mentoring the other students if they need it related to that, which I appreciate very
So this is something that you don't do for our viewers at home. I do this. Now once this is shared, I'm going to have them close their browsers, open it back up. It'll also give them practice for exiting and getting back into the calendar. A lot of the students decide to make their Google Calendar their home page. So I'll show you. So as I click out, make sure it's still. As I click out, yes, that's Tim Tebow shirtless. As I click out, you see Tim. He's saying hi to me. And then as I click on the bottom left, when I go to my Chrome, I have it set to be my home page. So I'm automatically viewing my preferred view, which is month. And here it is. So I can see all of this.
Can I add a layer?
Please.
If I want to add that to my iCal, it's just a CalDev edition. Do you have that information for that? Or is it just...
I do not. So if you want to walk one of them through it, we'll do a separate video for that. Because I think that'd be
I'll have
really
to-
helpful.
Yeah, I'll see how to do it because I use iCal for everything, and you can just add that calendar in iCal.
I think it walks you through it on iCal.
CalDev.
But
Okay, good.
Here's Josh.
hello, Josh.
He's
Hi.
the last one, by the
Brian
way.
Wilson.
Deborah is a no-joke.
Okay. So this is a good time to say always be on time, students. No, I'm just kidding. So we're recording. You're right in the line of sight. Just be
I have
aware.
a question.
Yes.
So
So
we will be
from the
getting
email, like, I can
sign
view my
off.
calendar, how to, like, do I decide,
Image can be
like,
used
to come
across,
up, like,
uh,
automatically or what?
Yeah. So
Multiple
you would want
platforms.
it to be your homepage. Is that what I'm hearing?
So I have to log on to
Okay.
my,
So mine is actually on a tab system. So she's saying, oh gosh, I'm so not used to this.
So you're gonna
Okay.
go to
So-
you're gonna open up your Gmail
Let's see
account.
if we can see this. So what she's saying is she wants to set it as a home tab. So if you go to your settings on your browser, what you can do, okay, settings here, start page.
Okay.
And then you're gonna go to the where the squares are, and that, yep, exactly. And then you're gonna click on Google Calendar. Yep. And he's gonna add you in just 1 minute. So just give him a minute. You'll give him your Gmail address. And he will. Oh, actually, I can add.
Yeah,
it,
why don't you go ahead? That would be great. Thank you. Search and address bar,
11 therapy rooms. And
home button. Still getting used to surfaces.
okay.
So
And
I'm
your email
trying to
address is?
find.
J Hearn says
So what I think we might be able to do on a surface is if we open it up to the calendar,
At gmail.com.
which is in that little grid, we click that.
Okay. So
We can do is a couple things. You see this little book up here, so we can bookmark this.
Okay.
But let me see if I can
so
make
it's
it
only
your
make changes. Make
homepage.
changes to it. It's got it. Okay. You're all set.
Settings. Oh, here we go. A specific page or pages.
so I don't have to go back to my mail.
Or just refresh your browser. See right next to
Okay,
ISS.
so what we've done is we've clicked with open with a specific page or
And then you
pages.
go to other
So then all we have to do is take this address up here,
Go to my account.
which Control C at the same time. Oh, if you highlight it all, double click it, Control C will copy it. Or you can do your traditional Double click.
H-E-R-N.
Uh-huh.
cut or copy. Then we come back over here to these three dots, settings,
Try again.
set a specific page or pages,
refresh again.
custom, and we're going to want to put it down here.
Okay.
So if you it highlighted all, so we can actually do Control V. We'll paste it there, and then the little save here. So now what it looks like we've done is, if we X out again, I think it's Internet Explorer on the Surface.
It's the edge.
This one right here.
It's the new one, Edge. Yeah, they got a new browser now.
So there we go. So it's now her home page. So it's going to open up automatically, and she can instantly see
So you wanna set that as
everything
your
that's
home
going
page.
on. Okay, we all set up. All right. Okay, so
But you can very easily go like this and take this little locker here,
Where are
right?
you?
so since most of the
So take this little
most of the
seven
4
here,
students who are in the room right now are using
drag
this
that,
week view as opposed to the day
and
or
then
the
you can
month.
just- and-
I'll show you how to make an appointment on the week view.
Exactly.
Right. So when you're looking at this week view, what we can see is, let's say that one of you get told you have an intake today at 4 to 5 p.m. So you pull up your calendar, and as you can see, you're also on the week view. What's your name again?
Joshua.
Joshua is also on the week view. We're out bid. You and our month viewers, they're week viewers.
I feel like I followed the
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you followed the right person. So from 4 to 5 p.m., what we can see is.
That's how I see my iCal. That's why.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So from 4 to 5 p.m., we can see that there are 3 people who are here. You see TR3, TR4, TR5. So pop quiz, what does that mean is open for therapy? We have 3, 4, and 5 taken
There's 2 more.
What day are you looking at? You're looking at today?
today.
Oh, okay. So I would say 2:30 and 3:30 are not taken.
Yep, exactly.
Oh,
So
the 2:30s are not taken.
yep. So at 3:30, we could see that TR1 would be available, but we try to steer away from this. In fact, I'm not sure who set up these
So in other words, if it's
half-hour appointments. We really try to veer away from that. Okay.
Yeah.
This is actually a no-no. What's happened here?
Okay.
So if we're looking at the 4 to 5 slot, that's actually a little easier to see. We see Sal has supervision. If you click it on any of them, it tells you a lot more about it. So this reached GR1. GR1 is group room 1. So that means that all 5. So if this were the only thing on the calendar, all 5 of the therapy rooms are still open. So we click on the other one with Kim S. We see that she is working with Frankie M, 4 to 5, and TR4, which is upstairs. If we click on the first one, see, I actually clicked on a link. So this is what happens when you open up the appointment all the way, is it expands it to make changes. And you want to be careful when you see this screen, because that means that you can make changes.
Yeah, I just did that accidentally.
And we
Okay.
and just so clear, we can make changes to any of the calendar. In other words, that could
Anybody's
go-
stuff.
anybody's stuff.
Right, so you do want to be very careful when you're in this. So we see TR3 is also taken. So it looks like at 4 o'clock TR5, TR4 are both taken. So 1, 2, and 3 are all available at 4 o'clock. Now this is why I prefer month view, because you have to actually click on each of these to see what it looks like when you're trying to book a slot. If you chose the path of month, you would expand it, and we could see at 4 o'clock TR5, TR4, and group room 1. So we'd be able to see a little more easily that 1, 2, and 3 are all available. Okay.
Well,
Day. Let me show you how that would look.
hold on one second. I lost you on that one. So we are on the 17th, right?
Yep. And if you click the
21
more,
Mhm.
if you
So how are we seeing which are available?
so if you look at 4 o'clock, which is where we're trying to book our
Yes.
intake,
Yeah.
we'd see that TR5 is taken,
Yeah.
TR4 at 4 o'clock,
Yeah.
and GR1.
Right.
So by process of elimination, that would leave TR1, 2, and 3. Okay? So on day view, let me show for anybody who's chosen day view, we're looking at 4. This is why I understand why some people really like this view, and in fact a receptionist uses this one because it's easiest to see the whole day. You can see where we are. We have about 30 minutes till our appointment, and at 4 o'clock TR5 is taken, TR4, and 1. So if we chose on day view to start a new appointment, I want to show you how simple the format is, and you'll want to write this down somewhere or save it somewhere. But we're
So-
starting a 4 p.m. appointment. You always click on the white space. If you click on any of the blue, any of the color, and yours might not be blue. So I see that Damien's is green. We have a teal over here. That's fine. You get to personalize your colors in whatever way you want. But there's this white space to the right of the 4 to 5 p.m. appointments on the day view. If you click on it, it automatically sets it up for an hour. Gives you a summary here. Thursday, September 17th, 4 to 5 p.m. Now, everybody has more than one calendar on Google Calendar just by default. I have a lot. You can see that I have several here on the drop-down menu. We want to make sure that it's always going on the therapy rooms. Okay? If at any given time you only have one calendar selected, it will default to that one. So let me show you what I mean. I use this for my personal calendar as well. So now you see therapy rooms are in blue, my calendar's in green because I have 2 selected here on the left. So if I were to click on that same spot for that 4 to 5 p.m., it's actually defaulting to the main calendar, which makes it green. You can see you've done something wrong because it's green. You want it to match the color for your therapy. So on my screen, that's blue. So if I'm doing anything outside of this, light blue color, I know I'm doing something wrong. So I'd want to change that down here to therapy rooms. And here's the format. Name of you, so Brian, Damien, Audra. What room we're taking, so let's just say we'll do TR1, okay? It's already on day view. You don't have to input the time because it's already done it from 4 to 5 p.m. It's just the way that view works. So no time, just my name, the therapy, the name of the client. So let's see, I'm John Smith. And I want to show you that I don't care
Before you hit save.
what's capitalized. I don't care what's not.
So that's the client number.
Yep, their number. So this is if you get hit by a bus, which God forbid. So see, he's taking a snapshot. God forbid you get hit by a bus, we're able to call your clients. A lot of our clients, as I'm sure you figured out, are indigent clients. Some of them take the bus. Some of them rearrange things to get here. So we want to give them notice as soon as possible. And we do that service. So if you can't make it, you're ill or something along those lines, we want you to focus on getting better. Let the receptionist call your clients and tell them that it's canceled.
So that's their phone number, not a.
That's their phone number.
That's their phone number.
Mhm. So now you'd see that I'm seeing someone for intake, TR1, John Smith number. Now if it's intake, you're not going to have their number, probably. So it'll be something along those lines. But we hit it. There I am, TR1. It's all booked up. Let's say it goes well. And John decides every Thursday at 4 o'clock he wants to see me. I'm going to be his therapist. You open it by either clicking Edit Event or just double-clicking on it. There's this little button up here. I'm kind of circling it with my mouse because it is somewhat difficult to see. Click Repeat. It's going to pop up this big scary box. Don't read this box. It's already set to every week, which is what most of your clients will be. Okay? Some are bi-weekly, some are monthly, but you always want to pay attention to this summary. So we know that we're doing it right. It's weekly on Thursday. This means every Thursday it's going to be recurring if we click done.
And we want to put never? You don't want to put an end?
No,
really?
no. Never after however many occurrences, it's totally fine. Nobody tracks this. This is really done on a day-to-day basis. So we don't use this for tracking how long a client's been with us or anything along those lines. So never works fine for us. Let's say you do have a bi-weekly. We have weekly here. You can do every 2 weeks. You always can double check your work by the summary. So you know it's every 2 weeks on Thursday. Okay? But this gentleman, John Smith, actually wants to come every week, which is like most of your clients will be. So we'll click done, save it up here, the big red button, and then we'll come back to the calendar and we'll switch to month view. And you'll see that I have that appointment this week. You'll see that I have that appointment next Thursday, right here. So it's recurring.
But let's say that somebody has already taken up TR1 the following week. Isn't that going to be a conflict?
So you do want to double check to make sure that 1 week out. But most clients are going to be weekly. So you'll see it this week. But after you've saved it, you do want to double check. You could just go a month out and they'll be able to show you.
Okay.
So TR1. Which is another reason what Damien brings up is a big reason why we're always telling students delete. If a client decides not to come back, if you discharge them, make sure you go in and delete. Because as of right now, I have TR1 forever and eternity from 4 to 5 p.m. on Thursday.
Exactly.
So it's really important that you're really monitoring this, and you will deal with it almost every day. So it's easier than it sounds. So we'll look at the week view. We can see me here. We can take a look at next week. We'll see me showing up there again. So let's say that he says, okay, Brian, I want to see you every Thursday at 4 to 5 p.m. However, next week I'm going to Cabo with my family. Big family vacation. So I do want to see you every week, but not next time. So what you do is you can click here on this recurring, click delete, and it's going to ask you a question. Only this instance, all the following, or all events in the series. For our purposes, there's no difference between these two because we don't use this for tracking. Okay? What we want to make the distinction between is whether or not it's just this one time. So he's actually just going to Cabo this one Thursday. We'll want him on every other Thursday. So we would click only this instance. Well, so that way we know that the room is available next Thursday from 4 to 5 p.m. But on October 1st, we resume. There we are again. It's saved. Okay? But I'm not a therapist. I do not have this client. So we need to go back to today. Double click on, and I'm going to remove my calendar so you guys don't get confused. Go back, double click on this, delete. Once again, it'll ask you only this instance, all following, all events in series. I don't care between these two, I'm just going to click all following. Okay, so let me show you on month view how to make an appointment. So let's do one for Audra. So you always click on the white space, whether it's on the day, whether it's on the month. So on today, I'm just going to click up here on the top. So now in this one, I have to put the time. That's the difference between this view, this view and the day view or the week view. It's going to open it up without any time there. So let me show you on the week. Same sort of deal. You click to the right of it, it's going to open it up 4 to 5. So you don't have to input that time. So this is one of the downfalls to the way we do it.
So show me again.
So on month,
I figured it was.
yep. So you click on the white space. It's going to open it up. We want to double check our calendar. Right now, it's the only one I have selected, so it defaults to therapy rooms. Okay. Time. So we want to do 4 to 5 p.m. This is a very smart program. Okay. So the order does not matter. So if I put it there, if I put Brian, 4 to 5 p.m. with John Smith. It's going to take it and put it where it's supposed to. Doesn't matter what order.
Okay.
It's a very smart program, which is why we like it. So it's there once. Once again, if you want recurring, you have to edit it. Repeat it. Weekly. Done. Save. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this one because that's pretty much most of what you need to know to get set up.